room for billionaires in an ethical society. They quite simply shouldn't exist.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Is this gentleman here right? Go watch his full video. He has a pretty deep explanation. I kind of stitched it at the end here, but should billionaires exist? And it's kind of like the same point here. It's like a lot of millennials, and I'm a Gen Xer. I was born in the late 70s, early 80s area, right? So I'm getting up into my Social Security's not too far away, even though I look so young. But we used to go to stores, and it took a while for someone to really be worth $1 billion. Like, it had to take a massive Herculean effort to get there. But ever since technology, the .coms, and everything, and those bubbles started happening, right? So we started going into a new era, a new segment of society. Now, Amazon, let's just take Amazon for instance, was really just an online book retailer, right? And it just kind of morphed into this giant company. So how did it get there? Well, a lot of millennials said, "Oh, I'll buy it on Amazon. It was cheaper. Oh, I'll buy it on Amazon. It was cheaper. I'll buy it on Amazon. It was cheaper." I could not tell you. I worked retail. I couldn't tell you how many people say, "Well, it's cheaper on Amazon." Well, you can go buy it on Amazon. Now that you kept saying for a solid from 1997 to like now 2000 to 2017, everyone's like, "Well, I'll buy it on Amazon. I'll get it cheaper on Amazon. I'll get it cheaper on Amazon. I'll get it cheaper on." It's cheaper on Amazon. Now that you guys made Jeff Bezos one of the wealthiest people in the world, now you want to complain that the platform that he created with when really these things got created with 20 or 30 other people. Like, it wasn't like this massive amount. Now you created this behemoth which needs a shit ton of people to work to fulfill the orders that you are placing, that you want to order at 8 a.m. to have by 6 p.m. on the same day, instead of just order and it will get here when it gets here. Now you need more people, you need more staff. They're facilitating a demand for this system. They're facilitating it. So in his effect of building that company, he built this massive company worth hundreds of millions, hundreds of billions of dollars, right? This company is producing a massive amount of value. I know my brother worked at Amazon for 7 years and was able to buy his house off of Amazon. And he paid off his student loans, bought his house, paid off his car. So I'm a little confused because it seems like everybody got shifted up, but then we're sitting here complaining about the billionaires we make. Now, I'd started my own businesses, and I grew. Luckily, I came in and grew through it all. I can't account for every other person's building a business, but I can tell you from mine, building several businesses that I have went through 18 times with my moving company, where I almost went out of business. I would have to declare bankruptcy, and that would be the end of me, and I would probably never recover for the rest of my life. Luckily, I pushed through that with just keep persevering. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I didn't have money for food, I didn't have money for gas, I didn't have money to do things. I barely had money to pay people. I barely had money to pay the rent. I had to let certain bills go. My credit got shot. Things of all that nature. Now, after all of that hard work, and me being smart with the money that I was making, instead of just going out and buying lavish things, because I don't believe in business ownership. Is not about exotics and yachts. It's more about spreadsheets and stress. So instead of buying all that stuff, I kept reserving my business, buying assets that could help my business, such as I just started buying properties, started renting them out. I'm not talking lavish properties like $500,000 homes. I'm talking like $100,000 duplex. So I'm doing all this stuff, and I'm creating value, and I managed to build up a nice net worth. I can only imagine what it was like for some of these big companies that we all take advantage of, such as Apple, Amazon, Facebook, where they were on the verge of not making it, and the founder pushed a little harder to get to where they had to be so they can make it. And if you look at a lot of these big companies, the key factor is that these guys were willing to, one, take on the big risk, two, take on a lot of liability in case it does fail. And what a lot of people don't understand is that if the business doesn't do well and the business fails, who's responsible for the taxes? Because all your payroll taxes and the business's payroll tax on there, you're still responsible for that. So according to the IRS, it's the owner of the business. So if Amazon didn't work out and Jeff Bezos had a $20 million tax liability, guess who's going? It's going to? It's going to Jeff Bezos. Everybody else that worked for Amazon, if Amazon did collapse, get to walk away. They go start a job someplace else. But Jeff Bezos got to clean up the mess that is involved with a failing business. And what a lot of people don't understand is, yeah, we see the successes, but 99% of businesses don't make it. So that means 99.9999% of businesses, most of them fail, and they have a decade worth of financial cleanup. And the failure of a business ruins marriages, ruins friendships, ruins relationships, ruins a lot of things. So just keep that in mind as you guys keep saying this. So there's a huge risk, and in my opinion, they earned it. If they don't want to share it, then they don't have to. If they want to share it, then they can share it. But you can't make someone obligated to do something else to your moral obligations, because the definition of evil is very subjective. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would find anyone in America very evil. Just keep that in mind. For more watch videos, check out my YouTube channel. Give me some likes and subscribes. Let's keep this train going.